Hello, welcome to Leon the Cool Protection. I'm your host, Leon the Cool, and today I'm going to talk about Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4. Man, today is hot. Wow, today is 90 degrees. I had nothing to do today. So a while back in like this whole summer, I was playing the Persona games, Persona 3 and Persona 4. And PSN right now have them, the original PS2 version of the Persona 4 on sale for like $20. So I decided to buy that along with Persona 3. So I was going into this game like, I wonder what Persona 4 is going to be about. And I'm so happy to say it did not disappoint. And Persona 4 basically followed the plot around Yu Narukami going to a new school and trying to figure out what's going on with these murders and basically trying to get to the bottom of who the real culprit is. And I have to say the overall plot of it was kind of okay. It was good. I wouldn't say it was okay. It was pretty good. But it wasn't as good as Nyx, though, with the whole Strega and the whole... I liked that story better because it was more futuristic with Aegis and more religion-based. Not religion, more a deity more thing. Like, it's a coming doom. Like, you know it's coming, and there's nothing you can do to beat it. I love that fact. Throws in your face like, here it is, what you gonna do about it? I love that aspect about Persona 3 boss. And Persona 4, there's a lot of multiple different endings, which I really enjoy because you can go back to the game and replay and try to get all the endings. And I got the normal ending first time, I got the true ending the second time when I had to fight Izanami whatever. And Izanami was kind of boss. It didn't have the same effect as Nyx did, but Nyx was way longer of a fight than Izanami. When all 12 forms of Nyx you have to fight, and that last form of Nyx, press anger. So, I really like using design as the gray hair, different look. And alright, now I took off the plot, now I'm gonna go to the sound. The sound of Persona 4 is way more upbeat than Persona 3. Because Persona 3 thing was more about death and how you cope with it. Persona 4 is more about identity and how to figure out who you truly are and overcoming your darkness within your own heart. I really like the upbeat when it's supposed to be upbeat, and then like the dramatic when really dramatic and really intense. I really love that. It's amazing. The Persona 4 has some of the best intros to a dungeon. Like Heaven, that was one of the best. Heaven, when you had to find Nanako within the dungeon. That music, I could listen to that on my iPod. That's how good it is. Persona 4 intro is also amazing, to say the least. Just amazing. The whole soundtrack overall is great, and it sets the tone masterfully. Bad. Most high tongue YouTube. Anyways, characters. I really enjoyed the characters in Persona 4. Persona 4 characters is some of the most believable characters. And I say that because in Persona 3, they were like real characters, but I can relate to them, but not as much as I can relate to Yosuke, Chie, that I can do to Mitsuru, Akihiko, and Jubei. It was just something about Yosuke, he had dynamics to his personality. Like, he can also be mature, he can also be sometimes whiny. He can also really act like a leader sort of something. Sometimes, most of the time, he kind of acts like the leader. And maybe get over a guy like, but when it comes to the decision, that's when Narukami comes in, like, this is what I'm doing, this is how we're gonna handle it. I really like that. And Chie, she represents really like a more like a tomboy aspect. Like, not all girls gonna be princey, and Chie will kick massive butt when it has to with her deadly legs of spunkiness. If you get that, if something for me. So anyways, Yukiko, on the other hand, was a real strong character. I really love Kanji's character, his whole masculinity and his whole masculinity complex. His whole complex in general is just really good to dive into. But his social was kind of disappointing. So I'm like, they could have done better with the whole little bear thing. I'm like, whatever. Also, like in Naoto's, hers was like the exact opposite. She had more like a inferiority complex because the detective. She working on all these adult men, and they treat her like she's just a child, and she don't want to be treated like a child. And it's like she also want to be a man because people treat her like a child, and you don't treat men. You treat men with respect, and you treat women like, yeah, I treat you with respect, but I don't treat them with respect as a man. And I understand that, you know, that's just how the way works in the man's world. Being honest, so I understand that, and she's one of the best. It's like characterization. Rise, let me touch on Rise right quick. Rise has to be my wife, man. So far, I love Rise, but something about Rise she seems more generic than the others, and I like that bit of genericness, what kind of makes me draw to her, because even though everybody else stands out differently on their own, her bit of generics kind of stand out a little bit more. But it kind of got me more interested. Like, she's more that childish type of girl. She's very goofy, very just. But when it's like she's goofy, but when it's time to be serious, she can be serious. So the characters in Persona 4, awesome casting, amazing characters, nonetheless. They deserve the two anime adaptations. The gameplay is just like Persona 3, but this will have little variations within it. Like in this one, when you analyze the enemies, I had a little complaint about this. Like when you analyze the enemy, they don't really show you much, so you have to go through each attack source to figure out which one it is. I really liked the Fuka better. They seem like Persona 3 was way stronger than Persona 4 because of how Fuka could just analyze and figure out what weakness, so you don't have to go through. But Rise couldn't do that, you know what I'm saying? So you won't have to go through all that unnecessary. And also, I also liked it, like the combination attacks from Part 3, how we have two different personas. So you can have like a godly, massive lightning bolt kind of nowhere, but in Persona 4, you couldn't do that. So I'm like, geez, I wish Persona 4 characters were as strong as Persona 3 characters. But Persona 4 characters, do have their usefulness. Like, it's not really in combat, really. It's more has to do with the interface of how you move around. It was a lot easier with the square button. You could just go to this part of the city and just go straight there. And I thought that was very good. And another thing I didn't like about it is that you have to max out your social link in order for that persona to grow. And in Part 3, that persona will progress with the story. And I feel like that should have been done too. But